This is merely making sure that that person that's getting zip-tied and dragged off like an animal is doing so under the authority of the federal government.
New tonight, Portlanders concerned and angry about immigration enforcement push for city council to take action. And this evening, leaders spent hours discussing a controversial proposal around masks and identification for law enforcement. One the mayor says will draw the ire of the federal government, and what's more, will not stand up in court. Catherine Cook's in the newsroom with the details. Catherine?
David, the proposal says that anyone attempting to detain or arrest a person who doesn't have visible ID and has their face covered will be treated as a criminal and subject to investigation by Portland police.
Who's city council? Our city council. Who's city? Our city.
Outside City Hall Thursday, demonstrators supported a proposed right-to-know ordinance aimed at dealing with masked federal agents.
Portlanders have a right to know who's policing them. When you deserve to know who's operating in our city and also to know whether or not the person claiming law enforcement authority actually is.
City Councilor Samir Kanal penned the ordinance. It calls on Portland police to investigate unidentified federal immigration agents, to verify their authority, then document their findings. In California, a similar law hit a legal roadblock. The Ninth Circuit Court ruling states and local governments cannot directly regulate the feds in that way. Believing Portland would be subject to a similar ruling should the ordinance pass, Mayor Keith Wilson shared a memo with councilors. It said in part, as a city, we cannot tell vulnerable communities that we will unmask the ICE agents who have terrorized them while knowing we cannot deliver on that promise.
The Ninth Circuit ruling has absolutely nothing to do with the idea of verification or documentation, which is our ability as a city to direct our own employees to look into things and to document it when they do.
During public testimony, many supported the ordinance.
And I have heard from immigrant families themselves that this ordinance is important to them.
And I hear accounts of what our immigrant families are facing with ICE. The stories are chilling.
Earlier, Councilor Steve Novick suggested the ordinance would be a long shot, but that they should try it.
I want to pass something, even though I know that it's likely to be overturned.
An approach Portland Police Association President Aaron Schmeltz cautioned against.
We have to do something has opened the door to doing anything, but the solution proposed does not actually solve the real problem. And I'll note this is clear, listening to the very powerful, impassioned testimony today, none of the concerns that have been noted are actually addressed by this ordinance.
Worth noting, there's already a state law passed this year that prohibits law enforcement officers from wearing masks to promote transparency. Mayor Wilson encouraged broad support for it and noted it too may face legal challenges. As for the city ordinance, council will continue the first reading at a later date, so no major decisions tonight. David.
To be continued. Thanks, Catherine.